We're now joined by head coach Doug Craig and Jason Aigner of WT Woodson. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And Coach Craig, you've been at this a while at WT Woodson, but it seems like all the time this Conference 7 is so competitive. A lot of folks kind of giving West Potomac some love this year, but is this really anybody's league this season?
I mean, Conference 7, just top to bottom, is just a meat grinder. You know, everybody's got kids that can play. Everybody's got athletes. Everybody's got size. You know, I think, in fairness, I mean, to me, they're the favorite going in. I mean, they have 4 or 5 starters back from a team that went to the state tournament last year. Coach Houston does a really good job with his groups. Khalil Williams-Diggins is, you know, one of the better players in the area. They're going to be very tough out. They're a physically tough, hard-nosed team. So I think they're kind of geared towards playoff basketball as well. But, you know, the league is always very good. You got to bring it every night. There's no nights off in our league at all.
And of course, being such a tough league, Jason, is it fun to play in a league like that where all the games seem to matter so much?
Yeah, it's definitely fun to come out every game and know you're not going to have any gimme games. You always have to come out ready to play, high energy, and give your best game every night because you can get beaten any night.
Again, such great venues in the league as well. We'll talk more about WT Woodson themselves coming up right after this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to an all-new season of Top Plays here at allmetsports.com and washingtonpost.com. I'm BJ Kubarulis. All right, like the previous 3 seasons, we're continuing our exciting interactive high school basketball show, a show that allows you, parents, coaches, players, and fans, to send in your video submissions for ranking in our Top 10 style weekly show. Each week, we'll reveal the latest highlights, dunks, sweet assists, and bizarre happenings from across the region. All you gotta do is tweet me the link. I'm at BJ Koob, and remember, you gotta hashtag it AllMets. You can send in your Huddle, YouTube, Vimeo, really any video link, and we'll consider it for use in the upcoming episode of Top Plays. Remember to tune in every Monday to see if your video made it at allmetsports.com. We'll see you soon.
We're back with Doug Craig and Jason Aigner of WT Woodson. And Coach, looking at this year's team, the strength seems to be in the backcourt. Of course, the guy sitting next to you and Simon Mula. Talk about that backcourt duo.
Yeah, you know, Jason and Simon both had outstanding years for us last year. Simon's this will be his 3rd year on the varsity. Jason's 2nd. And Jason was 2nd team all-conference last year. There are 2 leading returning scorers. Both average. Jason averaged about 15 a game. Simon averaged 10. Kind of looking for them to kind of be a leader. They're 2 of our captains as well. Simon's a really good athlete, physically very strong kid, can get to the rim. Jason's a great shooter, very smart, plays on the perimeter, can do some things, plays kind of a tough physical game inside, kind of one of those guys that can shoot, stretch you on offense and play physical enough on defense to get away with a smaller guy in the post. So, you know, they play off each other well. They're a good complement to each other, and we're looking for them to lead this year.
Kind of sounds like a guy I know, John Schoaf, used to play for you, watched him at American for a good long bit. Jason, a guy like Simon who seems to have some differences in his game, what's it like to play aside him, and again, you vice versa to him, what's it like to kind of meld your games together?
It's definitely helped me to play with Simon because we have very complementary games. He can get to the basket and attack, and if they overhelp, he can kick out to me and I can knock down a shot. Or vice versa, if they don't help, it's a finish at the rim for him. And it's just always good to play with somebody who knows how to find you and knows how to run the offense.
Coach, back to you. Obviously, you've got strength in the backcourt, but any good team has to get something out of their front court. Who are some folks to watch in the front court for you?
Yeah, I think you know, junior Nate Spurlock, 6'7", played on the varsity last year. It was kind of a bench guy for us. He's really come a long way in the last 3 years. He actually missed half of his freshman year, broke his collarbone playing football, and he played freshman basketball. And then last year he made the jump right up to the varsity. He's still a little raw at some points. You know, some things he's still learning how to play, and I think bigger guys take longer. But Nate has the ability to kind of step out and shoot the ball from the perimeter. He can also put it on the floor. Very athletic. He's very long. You know, I think he's going to continue to get better over the course of the year. He's a pretty good player now, but he's got some things he's going to improve on. And he's a very, very hard worker, and he really wants to be good. So I think that's a good combination. He gets a kid with some natural ability, and he's got a work ethic to go with it.
Doug, what are some of the goals for this year's team?
You know, we just want to be the best team we can possibly be in February and March. I mean, you know, we set the goals high at Woodson. I think, you know, the last few years we've been, you know, having good seasons. We've been playing very big games down the stretch. I always say that, you know, we want to be playing in important games at the end of the year. If we are doing that, we've done something right. You can't script, hey, you're going to win a regional title, you're going to win a district title. But when you get to those games, everybody's so good. It only takes one good night, one bad night for you to win or lose a game. We just want to put ourselves in position to play in those games. And if we do that, hopefully they'll take care of itself, and we'll get some results that we want at the end of the year.
Of course, this Woodson program's produced some very good players. Eric Bowles, of course, mentioned John Shope, many others as well. Jason, obviously this guy next year can coach and develop players. What's the best part about playing for Coach Craig?
I think one underrated part about playing for Coach Craig that you definitely can't go without saying is he holds people accountable. Like, if you come to practice and you're not having a good day, it doesn't matter who you are, he's on you, and he makes you work your hardest and be the best you on and off the court.
And obviously a lot more good days than bad days when you're playing at WT Woodson. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Folks, if you want to stay up to date on high school basketball in the DMV, you can do it by checking out the Prep Zone every week at DMVSTREAM.COM.